All right, those are your news headlines. That's where we leave the news for now. I told you that V stepped out of the building. I didn't even know she'd gone, but the lucky lady is out and about with South Sudan's Olympics. It didn't have a storybook ending, but it inspired many. So at first time, Olympic basketball qualifiers, their rise in international basketball has been a wonderful thing to watch as the country which is battling war has found reason to be optimistic about their challenges. So Vusiwe Ngobo has stepped out of the studio to find out a bit more about the country and basketball in South Sudan. So let's go for it. V, I don't take it you're in South Sudan. You've probably just gone down the road.
Good morning, Leanne. Once again to you as well as to our viewers at home. Of course, I'm not in South Sudan. I'm just in Sandton, just around the corner from our studios out in Auckland Park. But I will be speaking to a professional basketball player from South Sudan. And I need to show you how tall Luwal is, because there's a chair here next to me. I need to step on this chair, get up here, and Luwal and I are almost the same height. Good morning to you, Luwal. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. First off, speak to me about what your basketball journey has looked like, because you only became professional about 4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, my journey has been pretty much amazing, you know, starting with the Basketball Federation back home. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty decent.
And I mean, we look at your height, we're like, no wonder he plays basketball, but it only just started 4 years ago. When you look at where basketball was when you started versus now in terms of the influence that BAL has had on basketball in South Sudan, how would you say that's looking at the moment?
It's amazing, you know, starting it, when I start basketball, I started with the our federation back home in South Sudan, and I went to Dubai and played with a couple teams. Then I came back and played with the BAL with a couple teams also, and it's been a pretty journey.
And when you say, look, for instance, at where we are as a continent, as Africa versus, of course, the USA, the NBA, which everyone looks at to say this is where we're all working towards, how far would you say we are?
We are, you know, at the top in Africa right now, you know, representing the youngest nation in Africa. And to compete in Paris was an amazing journey. You know, not a lot of people was expecting South Sudan to be on the top of the African basketball team. But yeah, it's a long journey for us as a, you know, federation. So also the basketball players to come around and play and compete in Paris. But yeah, I mean, we show what we are, because we the youngest nation. We wanted to be recognized. And also we have a talent that we have to send a message to the world.
And talk to me about just having that Paris experience, being with, of course, we saw the USA was also there. They have an A-list team. How was that for you as a player? Because that's essentially what you're working towards.
It's good, you know, because our first game went well. You know, they wasn't expecting us to play that pretty much like they thought we gonna be. But yeah, I mean, it's a little shock, but they got the message.
They got the message loud and clear. Talk to me about what you're currently out here in South Africa doing. Bring us into the picture.
I'm here because for the, you know, a lot of star shows down, because it's an amazing, you know, lead to be here in South Africa.
Okay, I'm going to put you to task, and I'm going to ask you to show me a thing or two. So I'm just going to ask someone to throw me the ball. Here we go. You can just throw it to me. I can catch the ball. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here, you go first. Let's see how the professionals do it, and then I'll go after you, Luwal. Okay. Okay, I don't think mine's gonna go in, but let's see if we have the skill right. Let's swap. You take my mic. Okay, so
All right.
First, ooh, I like this. Okay, tell me how to shoot.
Well, you have to focus. Your hand have to be
Like this?
here, yeah, and then the other hand have to be there.
All right,
Holding
yeah.
the ball, you gotta push the ball from down to up. Oh,
Ah,
almost there.
it was close enough.
It was close enough.
Okay, I'm gonna give it one more go.
Yeah, sure.
I wanna hit it.
There you go.
We got one in we're going in. Okay, so Luelle, as I wrap up with you, what's your message for young South Africans sitting at home? A lot like South Sudan, South Africa has been through its own struggles. We've gone through what we've gone through in the past as a nation. What are your words of encouragement to the youngsters sitting at home saying, I one day also want to be a professional baller. I want to make a change not only in my life, but also in my country?
To me, it's like for the youngest, players that are in South Africa, it's always, a journey for you to be professionals. Just, dedicate yourself to do a lot, and then everything will be in terms of a result.
And for the young kid out in South Sudan, we want to see you do a dunk for us. Can you do that?
Yeah, for sure.
And for the young kid sitting at home here in South Africa, let's go dunk. There we go. There we go. We're going to take a quick ad break, and Morning Live will be back with you after this.